Now all transactions have been entered into the ledgers. We're going to need to balance all ledgers with more than one entry. So we'll start with cash at bank, which can have a debit or a credit balance. So the first thing we're going to do is add up both sides. So we'll add up the debits here, but we'll also add up the credits, and we're interested in which side is the larger of the two. So in this instance, it'll be the debits. So we're going to write that total on the debit side, and then we'll then go and put it on the credit side. What we'll do now is from 154620, we'll subtract away the remaining credits. So we subtract away those numbers, we'll get a closing balance of 12720. We do the last day of the period, which was the 7th of June, another odd period. This one's only a week. Generally it'll be the 30th of June, but in this case it's the 7th. And then what we need to do is carry that balance down for the first day of next period, which is the 8th. We won't need to balance the capital ledger. Premises, even though all entries are on one side, there is more than one entry, so to be thorough, we're going to balance that, and obviously the balance is 720,000. The loan won't need to be balanced. Stock is an asset, we're always going to have a debit balance there, so if we add those two debits together, we'll get 33,000. We're going to put that on the other side, and then we're going to subtract away the two credits here, and when we do that, we'll get a balance of 28,600, and we'll carry that down on the first day of next period. Don't need to balance office equipment. GST clearing, another ledger that can have a debit or a credit balance. So what we need to do is add up both sides just to be sure. We'll add up there, and we'll add up these, and we'll see which side's bigger. So in this instance, it's going to be the debit side. So we'll write the total there, and we'll carry it over to the credit side. We'll then subtract away the remaining entries, which are those two entries there, and that'll give us a balance of 2750 carried down on the debit side. So this GST ledger is actually going to be an asset, as the government's going to owe us money. Creditors don't need to be balanced. We'll balance sales. Obviously they're all on one side, so it's an easy ledger to balance. That'll take us to cost of sales, which similarly again is an easy one to balance, but to be thorough we will. And wages and debtors we won't need to balance because there's only one entry.